What's the number one challenge for businesses today?
Workforce development, attracting, recruiting, and retaining people.
And that's why we created this podcast, designed for the frustrated CEO, the under-resourced recruiter, or the overworked manager, to give you the tools to tackle those WTF moments.
It's time to open another workforce therapy file.
This is Jason Heflin with the Workforce Therapy Files. We're doing some mini podcasts here at the Kentucky SHRM Conference. I've got Catherine with me from the Murray Bank. She decided to sit down with us for a couple minutes and just talk about what she does. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Catherine, you're also part of Kentucky SHRM, right?
Yes.
Tell me what you do for that first.
Well, right now I'm the Four Rivers SHRM chapter president. It's one of our chapters within Kentucky. Okay. I'm excited to be doing that this year. Yeah. And for that, I'm a part of the state council that helped plan this conference.
Well, we're having a blast. I mean, the booth's been busy. We're recording podcasts left and right. People seem energized. Yeah. I think there's a more positive vibe than I've seen in a few years in this space. You know, there were some dark times before. And,
I'm glad to hear that. You know, 2 years ago, a lot of conversations were about burnout.
Yeah.
Were about, is COVID ever going to end?
Right.
And a lot about workforce and people leaving left and right. Yeah. And we're leaving, we're losing people for remote work, and do we ever get them back? And now I think it is a lot more energized. I think people are a lot more positive because we've evolved and learned how to work through it and do work differently. So we're learning, and that's what HR is all about, constantly learning.
I love that, work differently, because that is the key. I was talking to someone a minute ago who is doing some interesting things in the way they're hiring, and they're hiring refugees and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's you have to think outside the box now.
Yes,
you can't do it the same old way you always did.
Well, and the good thing about this kind of conference is you get to see so many resources. You get to see programs through the state and through other grants and agencies where you can get internships and apprenticeships, and there's a lot of different ways to get employees. Right. And, even all of the Kentucky Chambers work with the veterans in our area is amazing because it's a great untapped resource for employees that are coming into the workforce every single month. Yeah.
I always reiterate, I own a marketing firm, Crowd South, out of Bowling Green, and we do a lot of work with HR departments and marketing departments at companies who need to be doing hiring. And one of the things I say all the time is there's no silver bullet, you know. No. The work we do is going to help you. Mm-hmm. But you also need to be networking. You need to be working with your workforce board. You have to be, out in the community. Mm-hmm. You have to be doing job fairs still. You have to do everything.
Yes, you really got to try everything because you never know where you're going to find that person that's going to be perfect for your organization.
Yeah. So the Bank of Murray. Tell me about
the Murray Bank.
The Murray Bank.
The Murray Bank. No.
What's your role there? Tell me about that.
So I am the Vice President of Human Resources there.
Okay.
We've got about 75 employees and have 3 locations, all centered within Calloway County. So we are a true community bank. Our headquarters is there. Our locations are there, and we serve that community to the best of our ability.
Oh, that's awesome. Local banks are great.
Yes.
We've worked with a couple local banks, and it's my favorite because they say they're customer focused and all, and everybody says that.
Everybody says that.
It's in local banking.
But it's different when you call the phone number and you get a real person that answers.
That's
and you
it.
Don't even have to push number 1 to get to customer service. And it's the person that you might see at Walmart that afternoon. And you see them at the ribbon cuttings, and you see them
Your
making
kids play baseball together,
all the
that.
donations to the schools, to the arts.
Yeah.
You see the people that you're dealing with when you're cashing a check or asking about a car loan or starting a new business. It's those people the thing about community banks is that's where the decisions are made. It's not like you go to a location, but the decision is made in Atlanta or Cincinnati. The decision is made there in our bank every single day.
Yeah, truly local banks are amazing.
Yes.
I mean, and there's in your space, there's been a trend over the last several years, even with tellers, that when you pull up, there's no teller.
Yes.
They're in another city.
Yes.
In a call center doing the work. And that just kind of feels...
It feels a little bit disconnected. Now, there's definitely some place for that.
Sure.
We have I have friends that do use that technology and it works for them.
Yeah.
For us, we really haven't moved there yet because our bread and butter is seeing that teller that that knows that you went on vacation last month and they'll ask about it, that knows how old your kids are and what their activities are in, and they're going to ask you about that, so that we are building relationships with our community members. They're more than customers. They're our community members, and we want to make sure that they're thriving.
There's a lot of agriculture over in your part of the state. So do you do a lot of work with farmers?
Yes, we do. We have a couple of ag lenders that work very closely with the farmers in our area. Right now we have a lot of migrant workers that are in doing tobacco and other crops. And we actually Our bank in Murray, Kentucky is known as the bank that has the ice cream machine. So we take ice cream machine around to all the schools, all the churches. And last week we took it around to all of our farmers and met them in their fields and gave out Gatorade and ice cream to a lot of the workers that were out in that 100-degree heat, working very, very hard. And that's just one of the things that we do to show our farmers, hey, we appreciate your business. We appreciate the people that you're investing in. And we want to make this day at least a little bit easier for you.
Well, and I think, there's a stereotype about farming. People think, it's just some guy and, 20 acres. And
no.
But these people are big business.
And it's big business, and it is big technology. The technology that they're using is amazing, and it's not inexpensive. We work very closely with our farmers to make sure that they're able to get what they need, that they have the protection that they need, and are utilizing all of the resources that we have through the federal government and so forth to be able to, because they're still family farms. It may be big business, but it's usually still a family that wants to make sure that they're putting food on their table, but they're putting food on everybody else's table as well.
Well, and with like big row crop farming, which there's a lot of that over there, they maybe get paid twice a year when they sell a crop. So there's a lot of money management that has to happen, and
That's
I'm sure
exactly
you're a key ingredient in that.
Yeah, we try to be. We try to partner with them and make sure that they're able to be stable throughout the year.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're doing good work. You did a good job with the conference, so we really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for listening to the Workforce Therapy Files. We hope you learned something new, and we're thankful for the time that you spent with us today. If there's a topic you'd like us to discuss, reach out to us. Our contact information's listed in the show notes. Until next time, keep your head up.